anything?
It is true, the number of mass shootings. That was random.
Basically, since really the key, the kind of like the catalyst for it was
pro-life.
yeah, no, the kind of catalyst for mass shootings was Columbine. Since Columbine, there has been definitely a marked increase in namely school shootings.
The other thing I'd like to know is what is the contribution from the NRA to the government?
Honestly, I couldn't know. I don't know. I mean, if you want a dollar value, I don't know. I'm sure they do, but I don't know.
They do.
No, I mean, there's lots of super PACs, but I mean, so does the Labour unions give money to the Democrats, so it's
one of the first of all, the Labour unions are providing money for the Democrats. They're not actually creating a situation in which people get killed. They're not actually defending a situation in which a large number of people get killed with the weapons they produce. And the fact is that this guy is right. The number of shootings has gone up very sharply.
Yeah, like I said, since Columbine, since 1999, it has gone up.
And it has gone up. Now, if you're against shootings,
yes.
Why is there no ban on Columbine?
So, like I said, the thing is, you can't stop crazy people from owning firearms, right? So, I will let you speak. What I'm saying is this, is that we already have laws in this country, in America, we already have laws against murder, right? But mass shooters are already perfectly willing to just, let me just get this back. Mass shooters are already willing, all mass shooters are perfectly willing to disregard our existing laws against murder, okay? So my point is, with regard to preventing school shootings, is you have to have a person, a good guy with a gun and a metal detector. That's how you have a gun-free zone. I perfectly agree with you. I perfectly agree that we should have gun-free zones in schools, universities, that kind of thing. They should be gun-free zones. But you can't have a gun-free zone without a good guy with a gun enforcing that rule. Because if you do have that, what happens is it just becomes a soft target.
Not actually. There are two other things. One, the level of drug taking in America is very, very sharp.
Again, 100% agree with that. Yep, there is.
So that the number of people who are going to take notice of the roads controlled on guns is going to go up.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah. If you've got a large number of people who have the right to take drugs.
Oh, well, yeah, we should get rid of all our drug policy, yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to control drugs in Britain or in the States.
Yeah, agree. That's why we should abolish all drug laws.
So, well, if you say that, I think that you're going to have a population who are going to be less responsible about using drugs, less responsible for using guns.
Well, let me just refine my argument. Is all I believe is that there shouldn't be any federal drugs legislation. Drugs should be a state level thing.
Well, they're unenforceable.
Pardon?
They're unenforceable. But the fact that people do take drugs, it's going to increase the risk of people using drugs.
I mean, I think I couldn't agree with that, but I understand the rationale is that if there's more people taking drugs, there's more people who are less control of themselves. I mean, I see where you're coming from. I don't I don't understand how that works.
In British prisons, I used to know two British prisons quite well, and I've been around a number of prisons.
Yeah.
There should be a rule against no guns, because you can't guarantee that it's only going to be people who will use them, because if we let people use guns, then people are probably going to abuse that.
No, definitely. Like I said, we've probably had 2 mass shootings this weekend, right? So there are bad people. But my argument is that if I don't own a firearm, if someone tries to attack me, how can I prevent this? I'm not a particularly good fighter, right?
Yeah.
So I can't defend myself from other people. And the other thing I'd say is that how do I stop the government? If the government wants to transgress my rights, how can I fight the government? You see? So that's why I believe we should have them.
Well, the answer is...
But if you're one person who owns a gun,
yeah,
and then there's someone else who might own a gun, and then, the whole...
Just say everyone owns a gun.
Yeah, everyone owns a gun. Then everyone's just going to start shooting each other, and
I don't believe that. Like my personal view with regard to conservatism is I believe that essentially everyone's good, and that I don't believe that people willingly want to commit murder. I don't believe that you're going to be a murderer. I don't believe that any of you guys are murderers. I believe that there are some people in society, like the 2 mass shootings we've had this weekend, there are some very bad people in this world, but the only way we can prevent those people from doing such acts is by giving other good people with guns to take those people down.
All this implies that you have the time. If someone shoots you, tries to shoot you, how much time you have to react?
I mean, I'm pretty quick. I can pull out a gun at my holster pretty quick.
Yeah,
okay, time comes up.
But you're a lot. You have. Okay, a lot of people wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, I know. So like I said, if everybody, say hypothetically, we live in the world.
Darwinian, basically.
Seriously, I really don't want to debate you. But, like, so a great example of what I'm talking about with regards to gun ownership is, I don't know if you know, but do you know about prisons?
So badly.
So like in prisons, you get a lot of guys who make things like knives and all this kind of stuff. The strong will always try and dominate the weak. So my view is we should try and make everybody as strong as possible, so there's less opportunity for the strong to dominate the weak.
Yes, but if you, in prisons, what we should have is no guns and no knives at all.
Yeah, no,
the thing is, to dominate anyone.
yeah, but I 100% agree with you, and I couldn't agree with you any more with regards to with knives in prisons. But the unfortunate reality is that in prisons there are still bad people, and those bad people will circumvent the existing rules. We already have rules of knives. You're not allowed knives in prisons, but people still can fashion knives out of everything you can imagine. Okay? If you, I mean, I don't watch prison documentaries. You're too young. But if you watch any kind of prison documentaries, there's videos of people making knives out of pieces of plastic. Okay? We already have, like in prison, we already have rules about knives, but people still make them, and people still kill each other with those.
Have you ever seen a
We
prison
should
knife?
just have
Well, sorry?
more people.
I've seen a number of prison knives.
I mean, I haven't, and I pray to God I never see one.
Well, that's right. What actually happens in a prison? Normally there's an attack. If there's an attack on an officer, what tends to happen is that
So, can you speak up a little bit?
yeah, okay, when there's an attack on an officer
Yeah.
in a prison,
Yes.
there'll normally be something nasty like they take sugar.
Yeah, and put it into a
And
kettle.
water.
I'm aware of that. Yeah, it's
hot
horrific.
water.
We should just have no one
So
allowed
and
to make that
and
kind
they'll
of
be
stuff.
beaten up. But
Yeah.
normally attacks are with fists.
Like, Bobby, my point of the prison analogy is this: is that even in places where you put all the strictest controls possible on the people, that, like you said, evil people will create very smart ways in order to maim each other. And even in a prison, where obviously, you know, we already have knife bans and gun bans and all the other bans against weapons, people will even use sugar and boiling water in order to maim another person. Bad people exist in society, and the only way to defend yourself from the bad people in society is to arm yourself so you can stop them.
No.
So you know what you were saying?
Let him go. Do you want to go?
So you know what you were saying about making everyone as strong as possible? What about, like, one of the worst victims of gun crime are school children? So you're
I mean, I
saying
don't think that's true. I mean, actually, the worst people for gun violence are actually black people. Black men are statistically more likely to be shot than be shot by police
Yeah,
officers.
okay. One of the very major
I don't believe that.
gun crime is school shootings.
I don't believe that. I think.
One happens. There are some that happen every day in America.
I mean, again, a lot of people say that, but school shootings are actually relatively rare, but they do happen. I 100% agree with you. And what we should do, in order to stop mass shootings, we need to set up a metal detector and have a security guard with a gun. You can't just say no guns allowed and expect an evil person to abide by that rule. Do you know what I mean?
But they're not. An evil person who has a gun and wants to kill some children does not care about another
By the way,
person.
100% agree with you. But those evil people, will be far less inclined to do a school shooting if they know that there's someone there with a gun in order to defend themselves.
The only way.
Can I just
we
no, one second. Let me just let her.
But in the states where we just had mass shootings, there are very liberal gun laws there, and there were a lot of armed people in that crowd. They have open carry in those states.
Yeah, exactly.
So if what you say is true,
Yeah.
then everyone should have been safer because all those people were carrying guns. But it's not true.
Well, I mean,
Because-
I don't know if anyone was actually carrying guns in that Walmart, but I think more people should. Like, for example,
Well,
like,
they
let me just
probably
ask you a
were,
question.
because they were
Seriously, as a woman, have you ever felt uncomfortable in certain situations where you're in a bad part of town or something like that? Don't you think you would feel safer don't you think you would feel safer if you had a gun in your purse?
Because I don't want to take a human life. I wouldn't be willing to take a human life.
Listen to me. If I ever got into an armed conflict where someone either tried to, stab me or break into my house, I do not want to take any life. Okay? I personally believe that life is so sacred. We shouldn't have the death penalty. Okay? But if someone is trying to transgress my rights, or if trying to attack you, or trying to sexually assault you, you as a woman have the right to shoot back instead of
I would
calling
never do
911.
it. I wouldn't do it because
Okay, so I don't need to be too
Yeah,
graphic.
but she
One
did.
second. I don't need to be too graphic or anything. But if someone was to try and attack you, whether physically or sexually or whatever, okay, are you telling me that you would rather go through with this than shoot back? I mean, and this is just a genuine question about your kind of worldview.
I wouldn't shoot them. I wouldn't shoot them.
Well,
No, I value their life.
I'm not saying you have to kill them necessarily, but are you telling me that if someone was to try and,
I mean,
the R
obviously,
word,
I
there's
already have
children
a
around?
choice. I could have a gun and I could defend myself that way, and I'm already choosing not to.
Okay, well,
so,
like I said, and the beauty of this is that you live in a free country and you have the ability to decide whether you want it or not. But I'm saying this, that my daughters, as soon as they're old enough to legally carry a firearm, I will ask them and I'll implore them to carry a firearm, because there are evil people in this world who will try and sexually assault my daughters, and that they need to protect
do you want
themselves.
to carry a firearm?
No.
know.
Like I said, like,
the way if
sorry,
you're
one second, I don't know how old you are now, but when you're 18 and you go out drinking and there are drunk men around, you will definitely reconsider that view because there are some very, very evil people in this world.
But I think
And you deserve the right to protect yourself.
You said earlier the way to stop people shooting people in schools is to get people with more guns. But the way you can actually stop that is having no guns at all.
Okay, so my question.
have
Okay,
that really
so let's say this, right? Is that say we just take that right now and we say in America we're gonna ban all guns, okay? There are currently 300 million firearms in private ownership and nearly 12 trillion rounds of ammunition. How do you intend on taking those weapons back from people? There are more privately owned firearms. When it comes to small arms,
They've
there are
done
more.
it in places. They've did it.
No, but hypothetically, so pretend you're the government right now. I've got my AR-15. How do you intend on taking it away from me?
Well, I would definitely.
Would you just grab it? Would you just grab it, or would you just try it? What would you do? Because the fundamental reality is this:
The government isn't just me. The government represents a lot of people.
and look at. I believe it was New Mexico. New Mexico introduced some legislation about long firearms, and the police simply just refused to enforce it. The fundamental reality is there's too many firearms in private ownership in
Most of
America.
the police in America abide by our Constitution, and our Constitution says you will abide by the law. The laws are made by the legislature, and the police enforce the laws. I spent my career in the police force. You can't say that they wouldn't just because they disagree.
Right.
It's not true.
No, like I said, you can say it's not true. But like I said, there is plenty of cases where police
do break the
There's
law.
cases of women that shoot their rapists, but it's very rare.
I know,
Most of
I know.
us women will not pick up a
But
gun.
would you rather go through that horrible situation than shoot the person who's trying to transgress your rights?
I'd rather that.
I know it's horrible. I know it's horrible. Like I said, there's children around, so I don't want to be
The
too
only
graphic.
reason I'm worried about it is because of people like you that think that people can go around and shoot women.
This poor way. You're being very disingenuous. I'm not saying that anyone has a right to rape anyone. I think it's completely wrong. I think it's the worst.
You're saying that they have the right to carry a gun.
Stop a second. And let me
The
make
right
my
to
point.
carry a gun
Let me
means
make
that
my
I can
point.
shoot
Let me
this
make my
little
point.
girl in her class.
Let me make my point. And no, let me make my point. Let me make my
I
point.
get to make a point too.
Let me make my point.
Women are less
Okay,
likely.
you can just grandstand. There's the camera grandstand.
They're oppressor. Much less likely. So we are way more vulnerable to you having a gun. This little one is way more vulnerable. So you can say all you want that if I had a gun I could shoot you. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I know, that's fine. What I'm saying is this, is that I think women fundamentally deserve the right to protect themselves. And I don't believe that women...
Of course they have a right
I think women have a right to decide what they want.
You don't have the right to it. And like I said, these two women here, you choose not to carry firearms, and that's your right. You're free citizen and free society. But fundamentally, like I said, when I have daughters, I'm going to ask them to carry firearms because there are some bad men in this world, and they may try and attack them. And I don't believe it's right. And so when you said earlier that I believe people should be able to rape people, no, because it's all on camera and we can go over it later. That's very disingenuous. There are evil men in this world.
We disagree.
Maybe. Maybe you believe that everyone's angelic.
You
My point is
believe
that
that women will shoot their rapists, and I say every woman I know would do. So your solution doesn't work.
that may be your point of view. I think if you ask, I think if you did this survey, you ask most women, if most women, if they were going to be raped and had the right to lie down, they have the right to kill a person.
Here's what's getting shot in America. This is what's getting shot.
So you have the advantage of living in a country
that you don't have to live with.
Yeah, I live in America. I'm here in America.
Well, anyway, in America, you're not worried about it. Because all we couldn't have this
So
war.
let me say, one second. Is that in every part of America is this? Is that you put a sticker outside of school and say this is the gun-free zone, okay? And a mass shooter just knows that this is a safe target. If you want the gun-free zone, if you want the gun-free zone, you need a man with a metal detector and a shotgun in order to enforce that rule. The problem I mean, yeah, of course, right? If you don't want that, that's fine, okay? And you
I would hate to.
I just want to go to I'll come back to you. Yeah, okay. Okay, but the problem is that one of these transgress my rights, okay? One client.
I'm always out.
Why is it? Why do you think that you want me to be afraid of this? Because I was not making it. I believe that you need to have all the power that you can to defend yourself. Why do you keep saying that you're afraid of people like me and you're saying that I'm evil? I'm not saying that
You have a gun, I'm afraid of you.
Yes.
You're a man and you're willing to use it. And I'm not.
No, let me explain something. I'm not saying that I have, as soon as I have a gun, I have a right to kill anyone. I'm saying that if someone transgresses my rights, then I do have the right to use lethal force against them. If we're saying the same...
Do you have the right to kill someone? They might be making a mistake, you never know. Like, would you shoot me?
No, of course not. No, of course not. I mean, if you're trying to say hypothetically, if you're trying to say break into my house and steal my then I would have the right to use lethal force to defend myself. Now, I'm not saying that, I've already been over this, that I don't even believe the state should have the death penalty, because I believe life is so sacred, right? But if in the immediacy of that situation, you try and transgress my rights, I have the right to use lethal force in order to protect my rights.
You don't have. I don't be trying.
Content over everything from your melody. Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
And what I plan to talk about today and let you know about is the Yoga Carter principles. Now, to many of you, the Yoga Carter principles may mean nothing at the moment, but at the end of this, it will mean a lot. And hopefully, you'll get out there and try and change it, or at least enlighten people to what it's doing to society, and more important, to our children. Firstly,